I'm Richie Jennings.
I'm Joe McKendrick.
And we're joined right now by Ryan Shuttleworth from Verizon. Ryan, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
So you're the Director of Product Strategy at Verizon.
We're the largest private IP internet provider around the globe.
That's right.
We have over 200 data centers. We have very strong security practices in Asia Pac. And so enterprise internationally is very strong for us. And of course in the US it's very wireless, Fios, consumer centric. Right? So this is kind of brand realization piece that we do.
Okay, so you're a cloud service provider, a small, maybe a medium-sized enterprise. Why would I do Verizon? Why would I go with Verizon?
I mean, we've been doing cloud for years. We say we were doing cloud before it was cool, right? Because we've built 7 generations of cloud platforms, and predominantly the real value around what we do is that we have managed services on top of cloud, right? So we have a continuum of services from co-location, managed hosting, and then cloud and virtualization technologies. And we offer this layer of management across the top from the OS and the application stack, which is quite unique. And then you lob in our network capabilities and our security managed services. You end up with a package that you can offer an enterprise, which takes away a lot of pain, but at the core it's contemporary cloud technology.
Have you got clients who are doing hybrid stuff now, so they're using their own data center?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
And our strategy around this stuff is that we build our cloud in such a way is that we can take slices of it, the very same cloud, our hardware, put it in a customer location on an OpEx basis, and manage it as part of the collective whole.
Oh, so they don't capitalize it. Oh, that's a nice model.
But it's in their four walls.
Right.
Right. So as the risk appetites have changed, they've swung from, hey, public cloud's okay, to the Snowden effect that was discussed this morning, where, well, I might want to unplug it, right? So if it's in your four walls, you have at least the opportunity to pull the wire, right? And
But you offer both. You offer both types.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
It's the same technology stack, one cloud.
And the customer, as you said, the customer could say, we don't want to do anything. We don't even want to have a data center. Verizon, you take care of everything.
Absolutely. They can use our shared infrastructure, and they can mix and match, right? So this is where the hybrid comes in, because you can have a customer that's production workloads with sensitive data they'd rather have in their four walls, but when they're developing and testing that, it's not customer data, let's just have it in the public cloud. And then they can pick and choose the managed services they want, so dev test is self-service, production is fully managed. Right? It's quite a unique proposition in the market.
So tell us about your customers then. Who chooses Verizon?
I mean, typically they are very large multinational companies, right? So we would often have a relationship around the network provision, so private MPLS backbone, connecting remote sites, different data centers, around multiple offices. So at that sort of scale is where our real heartland of customers lies. And that's where it really drives this idea of distributed cloud, of a continuum of different technologies in those customers. And they often come to us for one of two main reasons, either the managed services, but the security, transparency that we offer. So we're quite unique in that you can come and kick our stuff, or you can have an assessor come in, we will transparently provide you all the logs from our environment. You know exactly what it's running on, where it's running, who's touching it. Whereas other cloud providers, you probably only know maybe a metro region where that stuff is, and they obfuscate for other reasons where those locations are. We don't do that. So it's very transparent.
What's the leading type of application your customers come to you for? Is it disaster recovery, business continuity, or is it dev test?
A whole range, typically production workloads, and quite often those that require strict security or authentication or certification. So a lot of e-commerce infrastructure, whereas to get PCI audited is quite difficult in other environments where you have to bend the rules or accept certain levels of risk. Within our cloud, we've got a lot of front of offices. So there are major utility providers in Europe where we do their entire billing and front end, for example. European banks, a lot of federal stuff in the USA around that same principle as well. And then in the US, we're getting big traction around the idea of Internet of Things as well. Clearly we have a very strong 4G network out here. There's a big traction, we're seeing good growth in customers wanting to deploy a back-end solution in the cloud, but take advantage of all the performance and the reach that the network provides in the US from a mobility and Wi-Fi perspective.
What's the thing that that NetApp and Verizon announced?
So, really, we've been working with NetApp for a long time. But when you start driving this mix and match of a bit of private node over here, a bit of public node over here, a bit of your data center, a bit of their data center, you start to need to build a different matrix of capability with the storage providers. So virtualized devices, virtualized storage arrays, cross-connecting into physical. And this announcement really sort of opens up that capability to build this picture up in a comprehensive way to support truly hybrid and complex environments which meet the customer needs.
Okay. What's it like working with NetApp?
And our relationship's been pretty fruitful because they've given and take and we've given and taken. So we've come to a position where they've made commitments to us, which they honour, and on the backside we've done the same back to those. So it's a very symbiotic partnership that we have with NetApp. I think we're one of the largest service provider customers by a long shot.
Are you finding you're gaining more entree into the executive suite?
To a degree, right? But I'll tell you what has happened, and we've seen this. When cloud came and the likes of Amazon started opening up, the idea that shadow IT and lines of business could buy and consume off a credit card and spin up workloads in the cloud, we're seeing that IT got disenfranchised quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we were really, our strength of relationship is with a big global sales force. And we've seen this swing the other way. They've kind of got ahead of the game. They're the ones that are now providing a service catalog to the lines of business, and that puts us back in a very strong position because we have those strength of relationships. So it's moving much more back to a traditional enterprise sales play, and when you're geared up like we are to do that as a service provider, that kind of works.
Ryan, thank you very much for telling us all about it, old chap.
Thank you, Ryan.